Oh, man.
Oh, man. Hang on. Make sure we live. Hang on. Okay. Live on YouTube, live on Facebook. Let's get on the gram. And live on Twitter X. Saturday night, late night. Let's go. All right. Here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Saturday evening. Another edition of KFTV's postgame live, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Knicks in the shy, looking to bounce back on a back-to-back night after a tough night in OKC. D-Rose night in the shy, as Derrick Rose would get acknowledged on his retirement from the home crowd. And this one started off hot for the orange and blue, man. 72 first half points. The captain was in his bag. Mikal Bridges setting a good tone, and all was looking good for the Knicks. But once again, a third quarter of doom, man. 41-17. The Knicks get the doors blown off. 66 combined points from Zach LaVine and Kobe White. And even though the Big Bodega would do his best to bring his squad back, it was all for naught, man, as the Knicks lose 139-126. And then they lose twice here because the Big Bodega, Karl Anthony Towns, would leave this game with an apparent leg injury. Who knows if it's a hamstring or it's a knee. So we'll see, man. Not a good look, but let's talk about it, man. Call us up, 657-383-1509, or you can hit us up on the KFTV Discord. CB the franchise, Alex Charles in the building. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. Let's go, man. Let's go. Third quarter of doom, man. Third quarter of doom.
You'd think we'd be rid of the third quarter of doom, but here we are.
Here we are again.
What was it, 14 points in the third quarter?
Yeah, 17.
17.
And last night in OKC was 19. 17 and 19. Look, with the third quarter, did tired legs set in? Absolutely. I think these guys were drained from last night. Karl Anthony Towns admitting so. And it started with lazy offense, which led to even worse defense. You know, these guys were having their way with the Bulls in the paint. 72 points in the paint tonight. We saw that also when Karl Anthony Towns tried to will his way back into this thing in the fourth. They went away from that. No ball movement. I thought the captain got back into his hero ball mode, especially when things got uglier in the third. And then what did the Bulls do? Billy Donovan, they knew the game plan. Run these guys out the gym. They're on the second night of a back-to-back. The Bulls like to get it going in transition. And they stuck to the game plan they executed and ran these guys out the gym in the third quarter, bro. Absolute clinic by Kobe White. Zach LaVine, you see Lonzo Ball getting popping in transition. Zach Giddey, Josh Giddey. They had it going.
And the issue in this one, CP, is that three-point shooting, yet again, behooves the Knicks. They're just not capable of knocking from downtown. They're in a cold streak right now. They're getting everything they want in the paint, but they can't knock down their threes. Conversely, all these other teams have been able to knock down the three-point shot at a high clip. Tonight, you go against the Chicago Bulls, 20 of 37 from downtown. They shot 54% tonight, and they also shot 94% from the free throw line, while the Knicks were 78. Essentially 79%. And so when you see those numbers right there, that's where the disparity is. Kobe White was just on one from downtown. 9 of 11. I mean, he could not miss, man. The hoop was like an ocean for him tonight. And so
he was cooking everybody, bro. Everybody was getting it.
And this is just kind of what he does to the Knicks, man. He just is able just to utilize screens, just get a quick release off, and next thing you know, he's feeling it, knocking stuff from downtown. Zach LaVine attacking out in transition very well. You know, both him and Kobe White totaling 66 points between each other. And then you have Vucevic working Karl Anthony Towns tonight, going 10 and 19, getting 22 points in the paint. this is what's going to happen, man. And look, the Bulls, this is nothing unusual for the Bulls. They stepped up against the Celtics. They always want to step up and prove to themselves against top teams. They caught the Knicks at a good time on the second night of a back-to-back. They had to leave OKC, get on a plane, travel. So it's a short amount of time to recover from a tough game last night after all the starters played all 40 minutes. You even got some bench minutes tonight. You got some heavy bench minutes tonight for the Knicks.
Yeah.
That wasn't enough. Not enough for the bench to even help this Knicks team, because what you get? You got 8. You got 12 right there. You had 17 points from the bench. 17 points for the bench, which is not enough to help the starters just shield off the Chicago Bulls tonight.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you gave up 139 points, man. You did get better bench play today. I thought Shaman gave him some decent minutes. Precious, even though, Vucevic had his way with him as well. Payne got in there, tried to do some things. Overall, just wasn't good enough. Now, fourth quarter, you did have a good unit with Payne, Shamet, Hart, Towns. I believe, was it Precious out there? Who was the fifth that they had out there? That they went on a little bit of a run, and they cut it to 8. Could have cut it to 5, and then they called Payne with the off-ball foul, trips up and knocks out Kobe White when Shamet knocks down the 3. They could have cut it to 5, but they weren't able to do so. I'm looking at it now. Yeah, it looks like Precious was that 5th guy out there. Mm-hmm. So that 5 had it going, and they tried to cut the lead down. But by then, it was a bit insurmountable, because then the Bulls would push it up by 14 with 4 minutes to go. And at that point, bro, I'm like, starters got to come out now.
Yeah, starters they should have come out early tonight, man. Tonight was not the night.
Once they push it back to 14, it's too much now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. And now you got Towns holding on to his knee, or then holding on to his hamstring. That was a bad look on Thibs, bro. Yeah. That was a bad look, bro. Bad look. They should have came out the game.
Honestly, with 5 minutes left, this game was written. Like, I don't know why they brought Brunson back in. It wasn't even that close of a game, and then he came back in, and nothing really happened. And this team, you just saw that they were gassed tonight. So, understandably so. But I agree with you wholeheartedly. I felt like you should just wave the white flag. Some games you just got to look at it, man.
Chalk it up early, man.
No need to do that. No need to do it.
Yeah.
So I did not like seeing Towns out there. Now he's hobbling. Now you're wondering if he's going to need time to recover. We thought OG was going to need time yesterday. Thankfully, he was able to play tonight. Now it's questioning, is Cat going to need time to recover? Hopefully he's okay to come back for the next game, which will be on Monday.
Yeah, now you got to go wrestle Orlando.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. You don't get no breaks. It's every other night.
Yeah.
Leading up to rematch against OKC.
It's a tough one, man.
Yeah.
Absolute tough one. So hopefully he's okay though, man. We'll see. Hopefully we'll get the diagnosis either later tonight or tomorrow.
I don't know, man. That didn't look good, man. I'll tell you that. Didn't look good. But look, man, he willed his team. He tried to get it done for them. And how did he do it in the fourth quarter, Al? By going inside. This is what I was talking about with this team, man. And one of my concerns, man, is getting too happy with the 3-point chucks. And if you're not gonna have any of your guards going to the basket, if you have tired legs, how you gonna hit your jumpers? Right? But they didn't want to work. Feed the big man earlier in the third. Now you got long threes, long rebounds, and they're off to the races. You got Daytona 500 on the other side. Brunson, a lot of times, last man of defense. 3 balls. Or just transition. Lonzo ball, dunk. This guy leaking backdoor. Like, the transition defense gets compromised. Always. You had OG with 3 terrible possessions in that third quarter. Yeah, 2 missed threes, and then another one where he got called for an up and down, which has happened twice now this year. Every time they went inside in the third quarter, they had success.
Yeah, Cat has been dominating in the paint. I mean, he ended the game with 44 points. So You got to figure out how. And I like that they, had him out there with the bench. You got to figure out ways, because last night he was with the bench and they didn't really go to him that much, right? They did, but they should have. He only ended the game with 17 points yesterday. And tonight you see, keep feeding him. This is the way that you can manage the minutes between Brunson and Cat. your two best scorers on this team. And hopefully when they're like once on the bench, you can get some, somebody to supplement the defense that you need with one of these guys out on the floor. But I liked it. You wish you did it earlier. That third quarter, man, it was just awful. I mean, it was just they couldn't get anything going. And the other thing too, man, the one thing I got to keep harping on and taking away from these games is that the defense is just not there. Okay, even last season, all right, when the injuries were through the roof with this team, right? We're talking about through the roof. We didn't have OG. You were relying on Precious as a starter, Hartenstein, Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo, Jalen Brunson. Like these guys were still going back to backs, right? Still playing 38 plus minutes, 40 minutes a night, right? But the one thing that you knew, because most of that team had, was defense, and you could rest on your defense if your offense wasn't going. And so when I see these games, especially for these past 3 games where the Knicks have not made 10 threes now over the last 3 games, they have not made 10 threes over the last 3 games. What can you rely on outside of your offense to keep you in these matchups? Yeah. And so their defense has to step up, man. Their defense has to be there. And in a game like tonight, I get that there's tired legs, but you got to figure out a way just defensively to get stops. Like that entire third quarter, you're giving them everything. Yeah. Everything was wide open for them.
Yeah.
With the Chicago Bulls, that is.
For sure. White did hit a couple of contested ones, though, man. He hit one over. He caught one over Brunson, Shamet, Precious. I mean, Levine was in his bag. His fadeaways was cooking. Like, they did hit a couple of tough shots. Like, they were just unconscious tonight. 66 points between them, 33 apiece. I took both of them on the underdog tonight. I did.
That's nasty work. What are you doing?
Look, man, I watched the games realistically, man. I didn't think the Knicks would have any defense for these guys. And Kobe White has been in his bag against the Knicks lately, man.
He's been in his bag, honestly, against the Knicks, but Kobe White's just been playing really well, man, since last season. He's been doing a good job. Bulls team has been up and down, but they got some pieces that you're like, oh, they're intriguing. But come on, man.
Man, listen, man.
You really need that much money that bad?
I watched the game in my head, not my heart, man. I did have Hart with higher than 10.5 rebounds. He had 13 rebounds. So, I went with the game. I went with how I felt about the game, man. Back to back. Second night of a back to back. Second night of a back to back. I wasn't really happy with the defense last night. I thought it would carry over, and it did. Defense was sloppy. Sloppy, man. But I hated the shot selection. I hated how they settled in the third quarter. Obviously, if you have tired legs, easy on the jumpers, bro. Bro, they were getting to the free throw line at will. They had 72 points in the paint. Who's guarding you, Vucevic? Like, come on, man. We know who these guys are. You let them off the hook. What Denny Green say, the late great Denny Green? They are who we thought they were, and you let them off the hook.
And the Bulls, it's not like the Bulls play any great defense, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not a great defensive team. And, yes, we let them off the hook. We relied on our jumpers too much tonight. But I also look at it like, just going back to the defensive standpoint, right? Like, when I'm looking at these games, man, it's just, who are we going to rely on? What are we doing moving forward? And what's the answer? Like, and the thing is, like, the issue is when you watch the Knicks against these athletic teams, these young athletic teams, we have problems, man. It is an absolute problem. Yeah. OKC last night. You get the Bulls again. This is the second time they beat us twice. Atlanta Hawks, they've beaten us. The Rockets, they've beaten us. The Dallas Mavericks, outside of Luka, they have young athletic guys on that team.
Yeah.
Problem for us. And so, there's other teams that are young and athletic that are going to be giving us problems soon. The schedule's only getting tougher.
Gonna get tougher, man.
So what is going to be the recipe for the Knicks to slow somebody down?
No, you're right. You're definitely right on that. Look, I'm going to chalk this one up to the fatigue tonight. See how they bounce back on Monday against Orlando. Grand scheme of things, this team just came off a 9-game winning streak. They got a little setback right now. It's back-to-back losses. It is what it is.
Hey, man, we're not going to win every game.
We're not going to win every game.
We're not going to win any game. We're not going to win every game. What was it? I took 54 wins. They could still get the 54 wins. I think they were on pace not too long ago for 56. They could still do it, But throughout every season, man, it's a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
And so for these setbacks, you got to learn and figure out how you're going to be better moving forward.
I just hope Towns isn't hurt for any long period of time.
Yeah, man. I don't.
It's another back-to-back with no McBride with a hamstring.
Yeah, we can't. The thing is, it's one thing to not have McBride. It's a whole other thing to not have Cat. Cat's gravity offensively saves this team on the defensive side, because if you got to try and stop Towns, you're going to be exhausted on the other end of the court. And so if he's not there, this team's different. I already saw this team against Detroit. It is very different without Cat. And Detroit beat us when we didn't have Karl-Anthony Towns for that matchup. So we can't lose Cat for an extended period of time. This team is very top heavy. So if we don't have Cat, who's the next guy that's going to step up and provide us that offense? It would have to be Bridges, but what are you going to get from that 5 spot if you're missing Towns? So hopefully it's not too long.
Huckamania time, baby. It's Huckamania time. It's Huckamania time, man. You're going to come through, rip the warm-up shirt off, catch a body. Who's he going to body on Monday night? He's going to body Wendell Carter Jr. Huckamania, man. We got to go back to Old Faithful, man. Get him out of there, man.
Old Faithful.
We got to get him out of there. Free Huck.
Bring him up from Westchester. Let's go.
Free Huck, man, from Westchester. I didn't like this loss tonight, man. You let this team off the hook, man.
We had him too.
Let this team off the hook, man. Look, bench. What do you think about the bench? You had 27 minutes from Precious tonight, 14 from Cam, 17 from Shamet. Mixed bag, I think. Precious and Shamet were out there when they were also getting worked in that third quarter. They were part of the defensive lapses. Payne was a little bit better tonight. 8 points, 3 assists in 14 minutes with Payne. Hit 2 threes. That's where his strength is going to lie, is in the three-point shot. I think Shamet will come around, man. Obviously, his shot has to be there. That's his strength off the bench. Defensively, he's got to come with it a little bit more consistently. But you hope he can help them. 4 points, a steal, a block, 1 rebound, 17 minutes. 2 of 6, 0 for 2 from downtown.
I mean, the bench was You know what I mean? Like you said, it was a mixed bag. Precious was a mixed bag. I mean, Vooch was just eating in the paint, whether it was Cat, whether it was Precious.
Yeah.
He was doing what he wanted to do tonight. I thought Precious was lost at times defensively, just allowing some easy layups. I mean, the Bulls did exactly what the Knicks game plan is, which is to knock down threes and just find guys cutting to the hoop. The Bulls executed the Knicks game plan, what we've been doing so well this season. So that's partially due to not having a strong paint presence. So Precious and Cat are going to be, on that end. Precious, if we're just talking about the bench, and then from the perimeter standpoint for Payne was fine. Shamet, he got you that steal. Payne gets you, what was it? Payne got you a block, but it's it was underwhelming, man. And it's just the real reinforcement for the bench is going to be Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson. Those are the 2 guys.
Well, he had Campaign trying to guard Zach LaVine in the fourth quarter, man.
But I don't expect, when the bench is looking like this, I don't really expect much. I mean, Precious played, I think, if not all of the second quarter, right? And then he played a lot of minutes tonight.
27 for Precious tonight.
Guys got, rest. But it's the thing with Precious is that he's supposed to be a defensive, helper. You're not going to rely on him from offense. Campaign, you're hoping to be a spark. Hopefully he could give you an Aaron Wiggins type performance. That's really what Deuce is supposed to be, a guy who could do that off the bench. And then Shamet, maybe he can do that, man. Shamet's had your bench is going to be inconsistent. There's a reason why they're bench players.
That's correct. That's correct, man.
There's a reason why they're bench players. They do better at home too than they do on the road. So I don't know what to really expect out of these guys, and in Chicago, in OKC, wherever it may be. But it was, I don't know. There's no magic elixir on this bench right now that's going to save everything. And Deuce is not going to be the silver bullet that saves this team either, but you need him because he gives you great defense, and he's fearless when it comes to knocking down threes. He's gotten better at doing it. And then when you get Mitch back, you have your rim protector. Those are the 2 guys I'm really looking forward to returning to this team, man. That's what it is.
Salute to everybody in the chat once again, man. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. Dong Abe on the Facebook says, man, we need to get our bench some playing time. So he's looking for more from the bench. Shout out to Emad on the Facebook side. Instagram, what you say, man? I see LL Cool Trey in the chat. He says, time to make a trade. Can't stand Pat. All right, so he's looking for some immediate action here from Leon. How long is Deuce out for? We don't know. Hamstrings are tricky, but he missed tonight's game. I don't think, Al, did you see anything from Thibs in terms of an injury update for Deuce McBride?
I have not seen an injury update for Deuce McBride.
Okay.
Yet.
All right, so no update on McBride. Okay. All right, let's get to the phones, man. Hear what the people got to say, man. Let's open it up. OS Jedi on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hey everybody, I hope you're having a good night.
Yeah,
well,
man.
As good as you can have with the Knicks losing tonight.
Yeah, tough loss, but
Of course,
yeah.
Of course. It was a horrendous loss. I just don't want to preempt everyone talking about Thibs minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's chill with that talk. We good.
Okay.
As far as analytics, I'm pretty sure that the Knicks look at the schedule and think about, hey, what games are we going to lose? What games are we going to win? This game was probably yellow. We might lose it. We might win it. We're coming from a back-to-back. Let's take a chill pill, relax. Next couple games, we're going to win it. We're going to get it together. Mitch isn't to come back. Deuce isn't to come back. What do we want? Like today, everyone's going to complain about the bench. But if you look at the starters, they didn't produce.
Yeah.
Like, I get Brunson produced, Cat produced, but everyone else, I'm looking at the numbers right now. We got 2 points from Hart. We got 12 from Anunoby. We got Bridges kind of played really well tonight.
Yeah.
We got 18. But come on, guys. What are we complaining about? This isn't the bench. This is like the starters didn't perform. And that's all I got. I apologize.
Okay. No, what are you apologizing for, man? You called in with your opinion, man. Appreciate the call. Call back anytime. Rate that call in the chat. Good people in the chat, man. Rate that call in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. OS Jedi in the Discord says everybody needs to relax. I wouldn't go that far, Al. I would say, look, between last night and tonight, we just taking hits right now. Doesn't feel good. The 2 losses. In the grand scheme of things, yeah, we'll be fine. But in the short term, don't feel good to lose these games. I thought we had more than enough to win this game. These guys can't guard anybody. Right? This is Matador D. This is the Matador D Olympics going on right now. So I just thought they settled too much, and then defensively they just let go of the rope. And now you might have the big bodega out for a little bit of time. So now it's not a good night. I had to pour one up tonight. You poured one up tonight too, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I had
Cheers.
to get a problem. Cheers, my guy. It's one of them nights, man. Stressful. It's cardiac.
Cardiac Nick affair as always. And no, this is not It's not necessarily to let's be chill. Everything's okay. Everything's all hunky dory. As you mentioned, Cat is injured. Deuce is injured. Brunson's dealing with a calf strain. Like, things are going on right now with this team. Obviously, players are going to get nicked up as the season goes on. They come back. I'm not expecting everybody to play all 82 that we're far removed from that time period. But there are legitimate concerns for this team.
Yeah.
There are legitimate concerns. We just talked about defensively, they aren't capable of guarding highly athletic teams that are young. So that's one concern, because in the postseason, you're going to be beating some of them. Cavs is a young team. Celtics are very athletic as well. Like, you're going to be meeting teams that fit this profile. And so we need to figure out how is this team going to be able to counter that and survive and win. Those are things that we got to be talking about. And then then the other thing too is, like, when you're watching this team since, what was it? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over the last 7 games. Let's pull up to see how well they're shooting from 3, because they're one of the top 3-point shooting teams over the last 7 games. Give me a moment here as I get this thing loaded on my computer screen. Knicks are shooting 32% from downtown. Sorry, worse. They're shooting 30.5% from downtown.
Yeah.
On 32 attempts per game. This is kind of the thing with offense, right? And this is why we keep talking about defensively. If your offense is not there, and this is a team that is meant to space the floor, what can you do when you don't have your offense going in the direction that you're supposed to or it's supposed to.
Give it to Karl Anthony
So there's
Towns.
some things.
Give it to the big man and get the hell out the way. They got too cute in the third quarter, man. Give it to the big man and get out of the way. He didn't have to do all that he had to do in the fourth quarter if they would have went to him in the third quarter. What do you have? 44? Oh, my God. They better not lose this guy for any amount of time. Man. 44, 16, 5 assists, 17 and 29 from the field. Unbelievable. Vucevic has never guarded anything. He can't guard his dinner if it was sitting right in front of him. Come on, man. Come on, man. They should have been abusing these guys in the paint.
Oh tired, man, CP. If I told you that Brunson scored 33 tonight, went 11 of 20 from the field, and Cat got 44 points and went 17 of 29, you would think that they won, right?
Unbelievable, man. You want to know how tired they were? They were Josh Hart tired. You see Josh Hart tonight, bro? He was missing bunnies. He couldn't guard nobody. Just look at my man Hart, man. They emptied the tank last night. They did. They emptied the tank last night.
But yet he was somehow able to get 16 boards and 10 assists tonight and a steal.
Yeah.
Good Lord, in 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Everybody else stayed on the 40.
Josh Hart's used to this. I mean, Josh Hart had to do this all last season after all the injuries.
Damn, man. Should have came out with one of these, man, this weekend. I don't know. I'm tight. I'm still tight about last night. Bro.
Last night's frustrating because we haven't beaten a really good team. That's the frustrating part.
Yeah.
We it was if you're just an NBA fan, last night was a good game for like a playoff preview. But like we haven't beaten OKC, we haven't beaten Dallas, we haven't beaten Houston, we haven't beaten the Cavs, we haven't beaten Boston, and we had an easy schedule in December. So it's like, all right, where do we actually measure in this league right now?
Yeah,
that's what I'm waiting for. I have no idea where we are because if you look at the entire if you look up the entire league, Knicks are fourth based on their record.
Yeah,
but your record doesn't always indicate truly how good you are of a team.
That's
exactly.
Right. That's right.
So where does this team measure out, man? That's what's more frustrating than anything else.
Might not know till later. You might not know till later.
CP, you're supposed to have the answers, man. You're supposed to,
Yeah, I'm just a conductor, man. I just hit stream and just talk and let you guys talk, man. That's it, man. That's it. Let me shout out the Super Chat franchise channel members. Shout out to Nick and Knack. Welcome to the franchise channel memberships. Mr. Knicks 101, $5 Super Chat out. He says, why do people complain about minutes? Do they not realize NBA players are professional athletes who train all of their lives to get there? Look, I do think, especially on a back-to-back, the minutes complaints have merit. It's not to say that they don't have merit. I think the argument that we were trying to make last night is that your bench options are just not that good. And we get to these conversations all the time in the Thibs era, like, well, why aren't you going to these guys? Why didn't you go to these guys? I mean, what did you see from Shamet and Payne and Precious other than sparing you some minutes and trying to win the game? It's not easy, bro.
And even when they were in there, Bulls just feasted. They continued to be like, oh, we're just going to keep scoring. Yeah. We're not afraid. And just to reiterate what we're talking about last night, it's not that we don't want these guys. I would love for Brunson to have average 35 minutes on a night-to-night basis. So that way he's well rested once playoff times come. And this is not to prevent injury, because injuries can happen. Freak injuries can happen at any point throughout the season. But it's I want these guys to have less minutes so that way they're fresh and that way they can come in and win the games in order to do so. I'm right there with everybody. But the issue is when you start looking at this bench and the alternatives that we have, we don't have a lot of alternatives. And in the past, when we've watched this Knicks team under Tom Thibodeau, we've had top benches. And so he's more than capable of playing benches. I know someone's going to bring up, oh, why didn't Obi get it? And I hear that. As an Obi supporter, I also get that. I was frustrated because I felt like Julius could have gotten a little bit more rest, and he didn't give him that. But at the end of the day, Thibs is more than willing to play the bench if the bench is there. We've seen that in the past, man.
Fair enough.
And it's just who are we going to I don't expect Tyler Kolek to come in here and be the savior either. And that's not really his skill set, man. His skill set is what Payne is supposed to do, is set guys up. He's not going to be this flamethrower that we need. That is what Deuce is supposed to be doing. He's injured, though.
Deuce losses, it's a big loss to the bench. It is a big loss. Shout out to Kareem Alston Rosales, $20 Super Chat franchise channel member. Says the boys are gassed. Make a trade, get some bench pieces before we burn out before the playoffs. Look, we had the trade show on Friday or Thursday, whatever day it was. My guy Yossi came through. He gave some scenarios, some of his scenarios. You know, people didn't like it. Look, it's not
what
that
was the best option, CP?
The best option to me would be stand pat. You know, but my point is that one, that the war chest is limited. Two, you know, the show he did, his list was not exhausted by any stretch. And three, what Leon has showed you is that a lot of the times at the trades that they do come up with on the margins, you might not be thinking about that player. Right? So let's wait and see what happens. But the trade deadline, it's going to be hard. It's going to, they have a more difficult, they have a bigger challenge this trade deadline than any other. Because in the past, they had the wherewithal to even overpay if they needed to. Right now, they don't. So,
yeah, in the past, all you got hit. Yeah, for sure. And all in the past, you just got hit with the luxury tax. Now it's a bunch of conditions if you go into that second apron.
That's right.
So they got to be. It's gonna be tough, man. I don't think they're gonna make a trade. I think they're gonna just be buyout candidates this offseason.
Yeah,
or this season, I should say. And then evaluate this offseason, let the cap jump up a little bit more, see what the salaries look like, and then figure out who do you want to keep and who do you want to get rid of. I think this is the reason why the starting five are locked in. This is a 3 to 4 year project. And we're in year one of this roster, this iteration of the Knicks, figuring out what we need to move forward for this championship window that they've created, right?
Yeah. All right, who's got the stadium report? Ori Blast in the chat says he's got the stadium report. Ori Blast, throw your number in the chat. We'll go to you next. $10 super chat from And Your Arrogance Will Destroy You. So that's just his name. He just sent $10 super chat. Said to show him love, man. We got $10 super chat from Cool Vids Mad. He said it before on super chat last week. New York can't defend teams with a lot of athleticism if the team lacks talent. Chi-Town has both. Shows you how valuable iHeart was. Can Mitch make a difference? Oh, we'll wait and see. Once a BlockNet sponsor returns. Shout out to the rhyme animal, Chuck D. Out. Everybody throw a hashtag PE in the chat. He says, $2 super chat. He says, we've won 5 out of the last 8 quarters, but got 2 L's. Think about that. That's why it's frustrating, man. And $10 super chat from Chuck D says, it's what we wanted. Ain't gonna be easy. Tired of hearing tired talk. Professional athletes in their 20s ain't traveling commercials, switching planes. They're paid like machines. Feed the cat. It saves bodies. Feed the bodega, man, in the third. Feed him in the third, man. Feed him in the third, man.
Chuck out here saying, man, they're highly paid. They should be able to play 48 minutes if needed.
Yeah. All right, Ori Blast says he's got the stadium report, but he didn't put his number in there. So if you see it, let me know, Al, if you see it. Let's go to one more call, then we'll get to our key stats of the night. Michael White, let's go. Our guy, Michael White, for the 2025, Al, making his 20 for 25 first call of the year, man. Michael White, how are you, man?
First call. I was gonna call you last night, but
what happened, man? Why didn't you call last night? Man?
Well, I was on the line, but you know what? You guys were killing me with this, protecting Thibs. Thibs is killing this team, man.
Let's go, man.
He's killing this team, man. You know that I predicted on the Discord that the Knicks would win the championship this year. Thibs is making it impossible.
He's ruining your prediction. That's why you mad. You mad at us because Thibs ruining your prediction.
Making it impossible, man. Look, he could have been playing guys. It doesn't matter who they were all year long. You can't play 5 guys like that.
Wait a second. You said it doesn't matter who he's playing?
OJ, it doesn't. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't matter what he's playing. I'm just saying, he's not making the correct moves. Okay, and he's not resting guys. And he like OG is really not a power forward. Why not play Precious at the power forward? Bring Josh out the bench. Oh, why now we got a little bit more bench then, don't we?
Precious played 27 minutes tonight, man. Precious is in the rotation.
Yeah, but I'm talking about as a starter and bring Josh Hart off the bench. And also, wait a minute. And this way you extend your bench and then you play Sims sometimes. Since they played all those minutes Sims early in the season, they let him play all of them. Now he doesn't play any minutes. He played 2 minutes tonight. Let him play. Let him guard that guy. That guy wasn't the greatest offensive center in the world.
Who, Vucevic?
But then you can play big lineups. You got to.
But
Thibs is
Michael White,
man.
the Precious is playing, man. Precious played tonight, man.
Yeah. But this is just. But he's not. What I'm saying is, you got OG playing power forward, and I don't like that. I think OG should be playing the small forward. And that we should have Precious playing the power forward, and then he can guard the other team's best man all the time from wing.
OG was playing. OG was guarding Zach LaVine tonight. Who was guarding Zach LaVine tonight? Al, wasn't OG guarding Zach LaVine? So he was guarding himself.
It was Bridges and OG. It was a mix.
He's never played 60 games in a year, has he? I mean, this guy was tired, man. You can't play guys 40 minutes, the whole team. Man, Thibs is blowing this thing, man. He's blowing it.
Okay. So who's the coach that you want, Michael White?
Yeah, who do you want? Who do you want, Michael White? Who do you want? I'm seeing people.
I don't know. I'm not saying.
Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Michael White on the 2025.
Thibs gotta be stopped, man. Thibs gotta be stopped, man.
Appreciate the call, man.
He's blowing a perfect team, man.
Come on, man. You're not helping us, man. You're not helping us. Appreciate the call, man. We're gonna drop him off, man. We're going to drop Michael White off. First you talking about, man, play anybody. It don't matter. Then when you're like, who do you want to coach? I don't know, man. I'm like, yo, help us help you, man. What do you want us to do? You didn't even give us a suggestion, man. We might be able to make a call for you, Michael White.
Don't you remember when Corey was on this show and he's like, oh, I remember when they fired Thibs and then we went to, I forget who the next coach was after Thibs. And it's like, the grass isn't always greener.
Who was Fred Hoiberg?
I think it was Hoiberg. Yeah, it was Hoiberg. Grass isn't always greener, man. Tell you that right now.
Well, I mean, he's not even on the grass right now. Like, yo, Michael White, who you want to coach the team? I don't know. But Thibs is killing me, man. Play anybody. It don't matter. Did he say that? It don't matter. Play anybody.
I see people in the chat saying Mike Brown.
Mike Brown. Rate that
Johnny
goal in the
Bryant.
chat. Rate that goal in the chat. Good people in the chat. Rate that goal in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. I tried to work with him, Al. Somebody said last night I was too hard on the callers last night.
Hey, man.
I'm trying to work on him, man. I'm trying to work on myself in 2025. New year, new me, man. You know? Because we reach these points at every season. We reach these points every season where, you got to roll up the sleeves and just, thug it out a little bit, man. Just tussle a little bit with the fans, man.
I know you were one for like watching late night television. Remember where all those infomercials, like they sell you the music CDs and listen to the greatest hits.
BM, like Columbia House.
Yes, exactly.
Greatest 90s greatest hits.
Here we go, CP. Welcome back to Knicks basketball. Let's play some of the greatest hits for this season that we hear every year. Tom Thibodeau needs to get fired. The bench needs to play more. Play the kids. It's like every year, man. Every year we get the same classics.
There's always a point of the year where, you just got to tussle a little bit. With the feds, just a family discussion. That's all. Constructive dialogue. You know what I'm saying?
Someone suggested that you should be the coach, CP.
I'm just a conductor, man. That's not my forte, man. You know what I'm saying?
Knickerbocker said that CP should be the coach of the New York Knicks. Well, I know the first play that CP was
I know exactly what you were thinking because I was thinking the same thing.
The Princeton weed.
Oh no, I thought you meant ISO Burks.
Oh, ISO Burks. Well, first of all, there are some people on there we go. So people on the web's asking for Burks to come back.
Well, listen, man. You got Jimmy's burning the bridge over there. We'll see what they got going on. But I'm giving my guy a campaign. When is the trade deadline? I'm giving my guy a campaign a couple weeks to get his act together before I make a call to you know who, and see what's going down in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me push the button.
Here we go. CP and Ron from Baltimore getting the old band back together.
My
once
guy
again.
SDG Nick asked me about it last night at the watch party. I said, Nick, we're not ready for that conversation just yet. We'll give campaign a little bit of time.
Let's see who we got. We got Steve Nash. Why would you? Oh, good Lord.
Jamal Crawford.
That might be a good one.
Wow. JC, that's my guy. Friend of the program, man. Shout out to JC.
That would be a good. I feel like that would be a good coaching option if you wanted to coach.
Yeah. JC, the future is bright for JC, man. Very happy for him. And want to see him calling more of these games on MSG soon, man. So, all right, Al, let's get to the key stats of the night, man. Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Both teams shooting the ball hot, man. 54% from the Bulls. Damn near 50 for the Knicks. But another night where the three-point shot was the difference. You know, Knicks losing that last night. I think it was about 52 to like 27. They lost there tonight. They go 8 for 30. They shoot 26% from downtown. 26%, bro. Bulls shoot 54% from downtown. They make 23s, 20 for 37. That's 60 to 24, bro. 60 to 24. And then charity stripe. 22 for 28. They go 78% from the charity stripe. Everybody missing. Brunson, Towns, Bridges, Hart. They won the rebounding battle, which you have to expect on tonight. Assists, obviously lost that. Bulls were making everything. Bulls won the assist battle 36 to 27. Turnovers, 13 Knicks turnovers led to 19 Bulls points, and that's not even counting, you know, the long rebounds that they got in transition. 20 fast break points for the Knicks, 18 for the Bulls. And then points in the paint, 72 for the Knicks. They had it going, man. They had it going. To 56 for the Bulls. And then largest lead for the Knicks, 11. And for the Bulls, 19, man.
What's crazy is that you look at these stats, especially when it comes to like the points in the paint, second chance, and fast break points. Knicks won all those. If you told me the Knicks won all those categories, I'm like, oh, they should have won the game. But it comes down to winning and they even won the rebounding battle. But the thing that the Bulls did tonight very well was obviously shoot from downtown. That definitely helped them. And then they were moving the rock really well. 36 to 27. I mean, the Knicks were just unable to just get back in transition and stop them from scoring. And on top of that, even in the half court, they were just missing their assignments. They were falling asleep at the wheel. Like, everyone was just able to get easy layups. So, hey, these stats check out from just the eye test alone from tonight, especially the assist and the shooting. I mean, good Lord, they couldn't miss. But once again, if you're telling me the Knicks won the rebounding battle, if they won points in the paint, second chance opportunities, fast break points, like, and then you get 33 from Brunson and 44 from Towns, I'm like, that sounds like a win. Yeah, that sounds like a win. Instead, it is
terrible.
Not.
Terrible. Can't make it up, man. You absolutely cannot make it up. So, 139 they gave up to the Chicago Bulls, the most they've given up all season. 139 to 126. The Knicks fall. Back-to-back losses coming off of the 9-game winning streak. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, the key stats of the night brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. You got college football coming up soon, pro football playoff implications coming up tomorrow in the last week of the season. And obviously, you got Knicks basketball, you got hockey as well. Sports 24/7, a lot to get in on with DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. And for new customers, use our code KFTV. Bet $5 and you can win up to $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY, which is 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Remember, guys, play responsibly. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario, and the bet must win to receive the reward. And once you get the reward, the bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/bball. All right, Al. Let's get some more people up here on the Discord. We're going to load them up on Discord. While we do that, we are going to go to, let's show the people on the phones some love tonight, man. Let's see what's going on tonight. People on the phones, get ready. 917, what's your name? Where you calling in from? 917. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, 917. How you doing, man?
Yo, my bad, CT. I'm actually...
What, you at a party, man?
Right
Where you at right now, man? You at a party Saturday night, man?
You know, sometimes you got to make that chicken, man. You know, while you watching the Knicks game, you got to be at work trying to catch it. I paid for the Gotham Sports app because, you know, they having a beef going on. So I've been holding it down for the shift. But, yeah, man, I was watching the game, man. I just had to step out real quick so I could get on this call. Apologize for the music. But I was watching last night, man. I tuned in last night, and honestly, man, I do agree with the fact that Thibs don't got nobody else he can really trust off the bench. I understand we want to play the kids, but right now, especially when you playing OKC, a team like OKC, like, you can't give an inch, man.
No.
You really can't give an inch. And I will say, at the end of the day, like, that's what happens when you do trade away the assets that we had for us to be able to be as top-heavy as we are right now. And tonight was a night where I honestly feel like, and I don't care if I get the tomatoes, but I was Julius Hive, man. Julius Hive, man. And I was also, you know, we love Devo, but for me, it was the grit. It was really a lot of the grit, the muscle, the energy. Even just the fact that Julius, you give him the ball, he's going to go get to the line. He'll figure out a way to get to the line. You live with the wins and the losses, but at the end of the day, it's just a level of aggression and intensity that I feel like this roster, like the starting lineup just don't have, bro. Like, I just feel like they don't got no teeth. I feel like we saw Mikal Bridges turn up, and I saw him turn up. I saw OG turn up, but I feel like it's clean. It's like it's too clean, man. Like, it's not enough grit. And I feel like Josh Hart is trying to compensate for all of the grit that we losing or that we're lacking, especially with the driving. We don't got nobody who's driving in the paint. You got Mikal Bridges. There was a play where they took like 2 3-pointers, missed it, and Mikal took that one free throw. I believe that was in the third quarter when everything was falling apart. He took a free throw and missed that. And it's like, yo, can't nobody put the ball on the floor and just go to the rim, bro? Nobody's going to put their head down.
Listen, man, I've been saying that, man. Yeah. They don't do that consistently enough.
Can I just say one last thing?
Yeah, go ahead, man. You working, man. So get it in, man, because you got to get back to the grind, man. Go ahead, bro.
The last thing I want to say, the last thing I want to say, bro, is I might get killed for this one too. Yeah. But man, I've been watching Westchester, bro. I really tapped into the final. Man, even though he didn't play, I don't know if Thibs got something against the Toppin brothers. I don't know if things might be different and he's just holding on to them for next year. I don't know what's going on. But Jacob Toppin got something, bro. I think he's better than Obi. I'm not saying that he's about to help us, you know, go win 60 games, but I do think having another wing off the bench to help with the lineup, like, if we talking about giving him a chance, I do think he's a little bit more ready than Pacon. I do think he's a little bit more ready than Dadier. Okay. Now, whether he'll give him a shot, I don't know. But I would suggest that, you know, we just look at some tape. And, yeah, that's it, man. Okay. That's really all I got to say, man. I'm ready for the tomatoes, man. But y'all have a good night. Alex, CP.
Appreciate it, man.
It is.
All right, man.
Let me know about the watch party.
Yes, a watch party. Next one's going to be next Friday. Next watch party will be next Friday and the Friday after that. Knicks versus OKC and then Knicks versus the Timberwolves, man. So hopefully you pull up, man. If you're not working, man, definitely pull up. Clinton Hall 36 is the venue, is the vibe. We had a good time last time. So shout out to everybody that came through. All right, rate that call in the chat, man. Good people in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. What did he say, Al? He said he didn't think Thibs had good options off the bench. He said he was Julius Hive and Dante Hive. So I don't know. I should have followed up. Like, I don't know if he was saying he didn't want Towns on the team or he rather them on the team. He thinks they'd be better with them.
Well, he lost the grit.
He lost the grit.
Yeah.
And then he said Jacob Toppin. He wants Jacob Toppin as a solution to the bench. You guys rate the call, man. Let us know what you guys think.
On top of that, he also said that we're missing guys that are able to drive and attack the rim.
Hey, that's been my concern before they even tipped off in the first game. So, you know, That's just what it is. All right, 917. Somebody in the chat said, yo, I got the stadium report at 917. We got 3 917s here on the switchboard, so we're just going to go one by one and see what's good. You up first, 304. What's good?
Good evening.
Damn. There we go. We always get to him at the right time. Let's go.
Exactly. And actually, before I even start, first of all, shout out to both of you, and shout out to all of the amazing people in the chat. The best for the fans, by the fans. You know the deal. And shout out to DraftKings. Before I even start, it's 12 o'clock, January 5th. It's my birthday. So
yo. Happy birthday, man.
Happy
Everybody
birthday.
in the chat, big up our guy Tom from Huntington. KFTV, literally a day one, man. Tom was calling in when I think I was patching in calls through my actual cell phone. I think he was watching from them days. So shout out to Tom, man. Happy birthday to you and many more, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it, conductor. You know the deal. Alex, keep doing your thing. Really quick, I wasn't even that upset tonight. I don't know why. I was upset about last night. I still am upset at the fact that Oklahoma was trying to guard Towns with Williams. That's insulting that he only got how many shots he got?
13
he should have taken
shots.
30 shots yesterday.
Yeah.
What we have a problem with sometimes is creating a monster. It's like when somebody starts getting in their bag, it's like we have to like go away from it.
It's not enough prosperity, man. Yeah, too much prosperity, man.
Yeah, create the monster. Like Cat, it's hard to guard Cat. We have to utilize his you know what I mean? His offensive prowess. Listen, he drives me crazy with the fouls. I can't even take it. Like, he could just be standing there and he's fouling somebody. I don't know how it happens like this, but it's like we need to. I'm not worried. Like we'll be fine. Okay, it's a growing process. We'll get better. These losses will make us better. I hope. Yeah. We need to get somebody on the bench that can come in and be a flamethrower. Somebody that when the starters are struggling for whatever reason, that can just come in and cause problems. Like we don't really have that. We have guys that can get some minutes here and there, but we just need. And it's going to be. I don't know how they're going to get creative and get someone like that. Maybe like you said before, a buyout or something. I don't know, but they have to do that. And Kobe White, add him to the Hall of Fame list against the Knicks. This guy, every time he plays them, he hits like 10 3-pointers. Like I don't know how he's in his bag. It's like the ocean. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you know, like I said. But anyway, listen, you guys, thank you for everything you do. Everybody, relax. We'll be okay. We just got to get stronger. And like I said, Rapid Fire King, you know the deal. Have a good night, and we'll talk soon. All right, thank you so much.
Tom from Huntington on the check-in. Kobe White blacked out on these dudes. He went ballistic on these dudes, man. Ballistic. Even after the timeouts, or was it from the third to the fourth quarter? It was either in between the timeout or the third or the fourth quarter where, like, time had passed, and he came back out and hit the next three on him. It was crazy, man. And we've seen it before with him.
Put him in the Raptors with Terrence Ross for being able to go off against the Knicks.
Yeah. He's starting to get that Nick Killer tag to him. Absolutely.
And it's annoying, man, because it's like, even with the contested shots, you're like, okay, what are you going to miss tonight? And he just doesn't miss when he plays us, which is very frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say shout out to Tom from Huntington once again. Happy birthday to you. Hey man, everybody in the chat, we got Tom from Huntington calling in. Let us know where you guys are calling in from, man. Throw your cities, throw your state, throw your countries in the chat. We'll shout you guys out. Saturday night, tough loss, man. Let's talk about it. Let us know how you feeling. Shout out Tim Bray Alley's checking in from New Zealand. The New Zealand family's on the check-in on Instagram. Shout out everybody watching on YouTube. And so while we wait for everybody to do their city check-in, rep their hood, if you will, let's get to the Thibs post-game soundbite, man. See what he had to say about this one. Here is Thibs on the loss. Here we go.
I mean, they're a good offensive team. They got rhythm, and so the challenge is that they can score quickly if you score and you jog back or you complain to an official, they're racing it up, and so that's where we could be better. And I knew this would be as much a mental challenge as a physical one, and so overall, we just went through a pretty tough stretch in terms of where we were with the schedule. I think we're +6 to the road, 5 out of the last 6 on the road, so. Now we got a chance to, go home and, obviously there's a lot of things that we have to work on and clean up.
All right, that was Tom Thibodeau, Al. A lot to work on, a lot to clean up. I do think that is part of the issue with the transition defense, man. It's sometimes like JB will hit the deck, or Towns will hit the deck, they're out. 5-on-4 advantage, or somebody get caught up in the backcourt complaining. Maybe it's JB, maybe it's Towns, maybe it's Hart. 5-on-4 advantage. They're jogging back. Like, teams have that in the book. Teams have that in the book. Obviously, in the half court, they're going to target JB. They're going to target Towns. But also in transition, as soon as you get those guys frustrated or they hit the deck, they're off to the races, man. Puts a lot of pressure on an already so-so defense. Transition D, man.
That's the thing too, right? Is like players are looking out for that. They're, using that wherewithal. Even Jalen Brunson tonight. Let's use the Jalen Brunson example where he got Lonzo Ball to trip him up, cause a foul, and he knew that they're in the bonus. Both teams were in the bonus. He's like, let me get Lonzo to easily trip me up, slow this game down, get some free shots. And that's how you use the game to your advantage, right? Just using everything that's available to you. And so players conversely will watch guys complaining and then get up the court and take advantage of a 4-on-5 or like 5-on-3. And I think the thing is, man, is that while I understand that these players have gripes for saying, you missed that call, they got to figure out other times, like during a timeout, hey, you missed this call, instead of like complaining. Because sometimes refs too, like they're people, they're going to be like, you're just complaining at me for the sake of complaining at this point. Yeah. Especially if you do it throughout the entire game. We see it last night with Josh Hart, right? Third technical with the same ref. And so it's like these guys start to make mental notes. They start to feel a certain way if you're just complaining at them. I know they're supposed to be impartial, but it's very difficult for a human to be completely impartial for a game, for anything in life. And so I think, as Tib pointed out, just get back on defense, man. Stay locked in the game.
Back. Yeah, gotta get back. We have some sound bites from Josh Hart too. We'll get to that. Al, let's shout out some people in the chat, man. I want to shout out Thomas Welsey checking in from Tacoma, Washington, all the way on the West Coast. Jesse Gonzalez, Salem, Massachusetts. Al.
Ooh. Not too far from me, man.
Yeah, man.
Not too far from me. Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out John Cheriel. We got franchise channel member L.I. Stand Up, man, repping Strong Island. Back to the West Coast, Zach E., franchise channel member, rocking out there in L.A., man. West Coast Knicks, salute to you guys. Salute to the Left Coast Knicks family as well, man.
We got Jay Reed out in Rochester, New York. We got Gene out in L.I. So someone by UCP, someone's out on the island.
Yes, sir.
Strong Island as it is.
Absolutely.
Miss Orange and Blue in Harlem.
Yeah, man. Harlem, USA. Salute, man. Salute.
Who else we got?
Let me see who else we got here. On the
we got
IG
David
side.
Bourne from the Poconos, Pennsylvania, checking in.
Shout out to David, man. Welcome to the show. All right, let's see if we can get the stadium report, guy. We got a ton of 917s on the call-ins. Hang on. I went to one. I want to pause you. 327. What's your name? Where you calling in from? Hello. Hello. Is this another guy snoring, bro? It sounded like somebody breathing heavy, like they got like sleep apnea or something. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's obviously not the stadium report we're looking for. 626. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Is that you?
Report.
There we go. Yep. Stadium report. We got you, man.
Waiting out here, brother.
We got you, man. What's your name? Where you calling in from, man?
I'm Ori. I'm calling in from the Chi out of Rockland County. 25 minutes over the bridge.
There we go.
Took a little trip down to the Chi to watch the game.
Okay.
Section 302, mid-court.
Okay.
Pretty solid seats. Couple rows up. I always try to look for stuff that I think the camera, might not pick up.
Yeah.
I saw right before tip-off my guy JB doing his pregame ritual, praying by the other team's hoop, and Dalen Terry, and I believe it was Julian Phillips, come over about 2 feet in front of him and start like kickboxing the hoop under where my guy JB is praying, and like it caught his attention. So that kind of pissed me off because Dalen Terry is one of like the least intimidating dudes in the NBA, in my opinion. and played like trash, and I wish they would have put him out there more. But I saw a lot of what you guys saw, man. Tired legs. I think we desperately need a young, bouncy, 6'5", 6'6", and up off the bench that could rebound and defend. You know, OKC's got 7 of them. I mean, can we get like one?
Yeah.
Just one capable dude that Thibs can trust. I mean, like, I love Shamit, but it ain't looking like he's it. Payne obviously is a guard. We need size. We need spry size. People that can give consecutive jumps on rebounds the way Mitch does. I also don't know if the cameras picked it up, but there was so much freaking complaining from our guys tonight in between.
Well, Tibbs called it out. Tibbs called it out.
Oh my good! Listen, my dad was like, they got to just shut up and play, and it's true, man. There was so much complaining. There was obviously was distracting. Clearly was affecting the flow of the offense. I mean, it didn't feel like we had any rhythm. It was super choppy, super slow, sloppy offense. It felt like. But yeah, man. Not a great watch. Got some attitude from a Bulls fan on the way out because she saw my Knicks jacket. Called me 5'5". I was like, "What are we doing? We're just talking hoops."
Man, they got chippy with you on Derrick Rose night. Come on, man. D Rose was patient love, man. It was love in the building tonight, man.
It was love, unprovoked. This woman came at me in the Knicks jacket. What can I do?
Well, it's all right. It's been a while since they, since the Jordan years. She was just trying to get back for the Jordan years. You know, she thought it was still that era. You know.
I was in the building for Philly, the playoffs last year, and obviously there was so many Knicks fans. It was unbelievable. Not tonight.
Not tonight?
I was the only one in my section, and it felt very lonely.
Damn. I was hoping to get there, man, to salute D Rose, man. I really like D Rose a lot. Speech was good and everything, so he deserves all the accolades for sure.
The whole night was very well done. They had like black and red roses, like going throughout all the jumbo. Very well put together.
Yeah. Did you see the roses, bro? They had the steroid roses out there. I was like, yo, where they make them roses, man?
They were dropping them from parachutes out of the couch.
Wow, good. Wow, good taste, man. Hey, man, the roses were full bloom, steroided up, man. It was crazy, bro. But yeah, good stuff, man. Appreciate the check-in report, man.
Appreciate you guys taking my call, man. Thank you.
Appreciate the stadium report, man. All right, so a guy checking in from Rockland County. Almost got some static out there. He's a Bulls fan. Oof. Almost saw a loser.
Only one in his section. That's rough, man.
Yeah, that's rough. It's rough.
It's a Saturday night, it was a Saturday night, and you figured that you have some Knicks fans traveling or just Knicks fans in the area, too.
Well, the United Center typically has been notorious for good attendance. So Bulls fans show out, and I'm sure that, with D Rose night, they were definitely going to show. They're second in attendance right now, bro. We're pulling up the data right here. We do research on KFTV, man, even on the random stuff. Bulls right now, let's pull it up, man. Let's pull it up, see where we rank in attendance this year. Here we go. Let's see. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Saturday night. We're doing different things because the team lost. We're not too happy about it. So we're looking up different stats here. Mavericks first.
Yep.
If I'm looking at this, right? Bulls second.
Yep.
We're in fifth.
Fourth.
Right
behind. That can't be right.
Yeah, right behind Philly. Nah, man. That's a Michael Rubin foot trick right there. That's a Michael Rubin foot trick.
Wait a minute. Did he get rid of some seats in there?
Yeah, nah, man. That's a Michael Rubin foot trick. I don't believe that for 1 minute.
Nuggets at fifth. That's impressive.
Yeah, I would think so. I want to go to a game, man. We'll go to Denver next year, man.
Looking at
Heat, not really surprising. Everybody tries to get to Miami. I don't think it's all because of Heat fans for sure.
Cavs, Celtics, Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Dead last is the Grizzlies, though.
Grindhouse. We should go to the Grindhouse, man. Watch a little Knicks Memphis. Sixers. That is definitely a scam. They're fudging numbers over there. Chuck D in the chat. That's a Rubin algorithm. Yeah, that's some fanatics trick bag right there. No way.
I don't believe that whatsoever.
Yeah, no way. Somebody said, "Look at the volume. Look at the volume. Look at the volume." Where's he at? Look at the volume. I'm not sure what he's referring to there. But okay. Okay. All right. So to everybody in the chat once again, man, hit that thumbs up button for you boys. CP and Alex on the 1s and 2s. Saturday night, Knicks lose 139 to 126 to the Grizzlies. And just now, you heard our guy, man, on the check-in report from the stadium at the United Center. He got his tickets on the road. And for you guys that do go get your tickets on the road, or whether it's at Madison Square Garden or the road, man, use our code on SeatGeek, KFTV10, for 10% off your tickets, up to $20 off total. And shout out to SeatGeek, man, the number one rated ticketing app and the official ticketing app of KnicksFanTV. Listen, man, the tickets at the Garden are expensive. Tickets at the United Center can get a little pricey as well. So this code can come in handy, especially for you guys that are looking to get tickets on the secondary market or looking to travel and get your tickets as well. KFTV 10 once again for 10% off. Make sure you check it as you're going shopping around for deals. When you do go on SeatGeek, look for the green dots. The green means good. The red means it's probably not the best deal for you based on where you're looking and the value. So always look for the green dots, because those are like the good to great to amazing deals. You get an amazing deal, that means you're getting a good price that's fairly close to face value based on where you're sitting. So shout out to our friends at SeatGeek, and appreciate you guys for sponsoring the show. All right, Al, let's take some more calls before we wrap up here. BX Joseph, go ahead and unmute your mic. BX Joseph. BX Joseph, are you there on the Discord? Going once. All right, we're going to drop him off. We got OS Jedi ready. Knicks Fix, go ahead and unmute your mic. Knicks Fix.
CP, Alex, what's going on tonight,
how you feel, man? Good to go, man.
Yeah, man, just another loss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, the minutes is obviously catching up to us. The problem is, like we talked about last night, right? We just have no bench. I think it was 17 points Shamit, Payne, and Precious gave us.
Yeah.
But like their bench gave them like 31. So I don't know, man. And it was so ironic that Cat got injured on the night they honored Derrick Rose, right? So
yeah, man, it's crazy.
Hopefully, people are saying online this might be a hamstring. I don't know. It just looks like he was probably tweaked the knee a little bit. Hopefully, he just needs rest.
He put in work, man. He really did. He put in work, especially in that fourth quarter. He was straight bully ball, dominating these guys. So it was very unfortunate because he was having so much success trying to get these guys back into the game. It sucks that it ended that way for him. So hopefully it's nothing long term.
I think, one of the most one of the things that kind of went under the rug this offseason was the fact of losing Johnny Bryant. Because if you see what the Cavs are doing, Johnny Bryant is keeping Atkinson in check, where none of those guys are really going past 30 to 35 minutes. But on the flip side to that coin is you can argue, well, we don't have a bench to keep these guys playing, keep them fresh.
Yeah.
So that's the problem we're having, man. Like, we got to make some moves before the deadline.
Yeah.
I figured tonight was going to be a loss, second night of a tough back-to-back, but going forward, we got like 11 games or something like that all at home. But again, the schedule gets tough. So
gets tough.
See, man.
We'll see what they're made of, man. Hang in there. Thanks for the call. Enjoy the weekend. Salute to you, man. Salute to you. Shout out to Michael Tina in the chat. Al, his team #new. He says we will get the dub in the next game. Salute to the KFTV squad. Michael, salute to you. If you guys are new here, if you guys are new and watching, type #new in the chat. We will shout you guys out. We here on a Saturday night, man. We here on a Saturday night. CP and Alex on the 1s and 2s. Okay, Al, let me go to the next soundbite. You sent me here. Got Josh Hart. Got our guy Josh Hart in the building. See what he had to say, man. See what the roommate had to say tonight. My guy Josh, my X Factor. He gave us everything, man. But he still looked tired himself, man. But let's see what he had to say. Here we go.
Defensively, what needed to change in that second half for you guys?
We needed to fly around more. We needed to communicate better, contest shots better. We needed to make the miss, and that's something that we didn't do. So, that we didn't deserve to win that game with how we played, and we gotta, take down, on the chin and move on.
All right, that was Josh Hart. I'll basically say, they didn't bring it on the defensive end enough. And that's how you end up cashing the L.
You saw it.
Yeah.
They know it. They know they got to get better.
Yeah. That's just it. So, Shout out to Hart. Look, man, we get back against Orlando and try to get back on the winning side of things. But, man, 47-17, they got the doors blown off them defensively, man. It's got to tighten up. Just has to tighten up, absolutely. So to everybody in the chat. CP and Alex on the ones and twos. Let me get to some more super chats. Kojak Ian Y, $5 super chat says the big man should have demanded the ball. So saying give it to the big man is a cop out. You a big man, act like one. Well, it's not necessarily a cop out. Hey, man, coach, point guard, get it to the guy. Maybe that's not his nature. He just got here. He's trying to feel his way through. So.
I mean, when you're out there by yourself with the bench, he's gonna call for. He should call for it, and I mean, it's designed for him. But yeah, man, if you got the mismatch, you gotta call for it too.
Yeah,
you gotta assert yourself.
Mm-hmm. So Brooklyn Super Chat says, hate that I'm saying this, but Dwight and Beasley are cheap. All right, so he wants to bring the walking bucket back and Dwight Howard. What do you guys think in the chat, man? Rate that Super Chat in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. So Brooklyn. Shout out to Zach E. $5 Super Chat, franchise channel member. Appreciate you. $10 Super Chat from Michael White. Michael White. He says, start Precious at the 4. Bring Josh off the bench. Use Sims till Mitch, Payne, Shamet, McBride. That's your bench. Oh, and tomato for the caller after me. Maybe for Julius Hive. So he's trash. Michael White. Diabolical, man. Throwing tomatoes from the Discord. Rate Michael White Super Chat in the chat, man.
He's getting upset about Julius, but we're calling for Jericho Sims right now.
Michael White, that's all I got, man. Shout out to the Wild Man. Welcome to the show, man. Jesse Gonzalez, salute to you. Who else I see in here? Team hashtag new. JJ says team hashtag old. JJ never misses a show, man. JJ's like our version of Mikal Bridges, man. I don't think he's missed a show. JJ, you let us know, man. Have you missed a live show in the last season or two? Let us know in the chat, JJ, man.
JJ saying go get Colin Sexton.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think that's possible.
Go get Colin Sexton?
Yeah.
I'm not so sure how you're going to do that. Not so sure. All right, we'll close out the Discord, get to the final couple of calls. Sal, we got to get you some rest, man. We can't be having you on load management, man. We need you for post game and game of the week preview. So we got to make sure that you're rested for Monday. We got Towns on the men. Knicks trying to get right. I got to get some sleep, man. You got to get some sleep, man. But we rocking, man.
My son out here getting me sick.
Yeah, it happens, man.
All the parents know, man.
Definitely happens, man. All right, 929. What's your name? Where you calling in from? Rapid fire. No, this guy's at the club, man. What's this guy doing? Hello. We gotta make sure that right, man. We're gonna get this guy out of his music is on. I mean, his radio's on. Not paying attention. He's not ready for the big show. 919. What's your name? Where you calling in from?
Yes, this is Evan from Raleigh.
Hey, how are you, man? Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah. And I just want to, push back on the minutes police, I guess.
Oh, okay. All right.
A little bit.
Talk about it, man. They want to hear from you.
Yeah. First off, one, personally, I don't think Precious is a starting level caliber player, whatever. I mean, he's a solid backup.
Okay.
Maybe like some spot starter minutes. But I just don't think the balance. I mean, I just don't think the bench is balanced. Like we need like a forward that can shoot. Like whenever Mitch gets back, like can Precious play next to Mitch with that poor spacing? I just don't.
Yeah,
I just don't see it.
Yeah, I don't think they are. They are a very good bench compared to years past. Tom from Huntington was looking for a sharp shooter. Hopefully, you're hoping that you can get that from Shamet and from Payne. Payne is an inconsistent chuck, but at least from Shamet, you're hoping you can get that. That's what his reputation has been. You're hoping he can get to that point. But so far, he gives good energy, but it just hasn't been as impactful as he needed to be right now.
Yeah, if Shamet was 6'5" and a little bit better defensively, I would be perfectly fine.
Yeah,
with him there, because with Dante, he was 6'4", 6'5",
That's right.
He could play 1 through 3, good defensively. So like even if it's an off night, it doesn't feel like a waste. So Sherman has always had struggles defensively, even in Phoenix. So or in the Clippers, and pretty much wherever. But I don't know. Yeah, I think we need to make a trade. I think Leon's gonna do something in the next few weeks or so. But my opinion, I think Precious might have to get dealt because I think we need something like a 4-3 that can relieve OG and Josh Hart.
Okay.
And Mikhail, so whatever. So I don't know. That's all.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate
enjoy the show.
Thank you, man. Appreciate the call. Appreciate the support. And happy New Year, man. Happy New Year to you
Happy
guys,
New Year.
man. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, man, I want to shout out to another one of our sponsors of the show, man, and that is Skims, the official underwear partner of KFTV, as well as the NBA, primarily the NBA. Shout out to our partners at Skims. And fellas or ladies, for the man in your life, man, check out the Skims menswear collection. In particular, man, the boxer briefs, man. The boxer briefs are good to go. Great quality. Great material, don't ride up, and they're very versatile. You can use them just for everyday going out, for working out, for being athletic. You're bicycling, you're hooping. For my hoopers out there, these are good boxer briefs for you guys, man. So definitely check them out. When you check out the collection and you make a purchase, Skims will send you an email asking you how you heard about them. Click on podcast and then click on KnicksFanTV and let them know the good people at KnicksFanTV referred you guys, CB the franchise, and Alex. We are Skims officials as well, man. So, yeah, man. Make sure you guys tap in with our guys at Skims. You know what I mean? Official ambassadors is what I meant to say. Not official. Ambassadors.
Ambassadors, yes. Yeah. We're not the models for Skims. You will not find our photos
No,
on the website.
No. But I do wear my Skims, though. I do wear my Skims.
They're great, man. Lightweight, breathable, give you good support. You talked about it. You can wear them for any athletic, anything athletic that you're doing.
Yeah.
And just like for regular casual wear, man, I like them. They're great. Highly recommend getting a pair of Skims.
Yeah, tap in with our guys from Skims. Okay. All right, rapid fire with this one, man. Let's go to last call of the night, 609. 609, what's your name? Where you calling in from?
What's up, fellas? Long time no talk. This is Val from Jersey. How are you?
Val, how you feeling, man?
I've been doing well, man. Just doing good. Watching my St. John's, watching my Jets lose, and keeping up with the Knicks. But I have been still listening all the time.
That's right. That's right, man. Do you still want DeAndre Ayton on the Knicks, man?
Not at all. I moved on from that. See, you were supposed to move on. I thought we grew.
Val, that was your thing, man. Do you still want DeAndre Ayton, man? What do you think, man?
No, not no more. I was on the Frank Ntilikina train, the Ayton train. I think I started the Cat train a year ago, but I left it alone. But as you can see, I should have stayed on it. But, yeah, man, I just have one quick thing. So I'm thinking, why can't the Knicks go after a guy like Malik Beasley? Because, he's on the Pistons, and they have like a log jam at guard, and possibly moving Josh Smith to the bench so he can be our
Josh Hart.
Josh Hart.
Yeah.
Why can't he move Josh Hart to the bench so he can be our energy and conserve some of his minutes and go after a guy that we could possibly, use like a Malik Beasley type of player. He can shoot, defend, and he's cheap. And he's very accessible to get. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
Thibs ain't
And by the way, I'm scared for Cat, too.
Yeah,
Thibs. Thank you, guys.
Thibs ain't going for that, man. Thibs ain't going for that, man. You need toughness in here, bro. You need that toughness, man. Especially that now if you're losing Cat too, man. You need that toughness, man.
I always look at Malik Beasley as that guy that will give you.
He's a 6 man. Bring him. I
was about to say he should be on the bench and not Josh Hart. If you're bringing Beasley, he could do what Andrew Wiggins did.
Yeah, Aaron Wiggins. Yep.
Too many A's in Wiggins, man.
Yeah.
Too many A in Wiggins. He could do what Aaron Wiggins did last night.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
I don't look at Beasley as a good defender. We saw that last year with the Bucks. He's not a good defender.
He's Malik Beasley, man. He's Malik Beasley. But anyway, Al, good show, man. Good show. We gonna wrap up, man. We gotta get you some rest. I gotta get some rest. We gotta get to Monday, man. You know what I mean? We can't afford to have the KFTV, lead announcers here on the men here. So we gotta recover, just like the squad gotta recover here. And yeah, man, shout out to everybody who tapped in. Salute to everybody in the chat. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. IG, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X. We definitely appreciate y'all. Remember that the show's available in audio podcast format. No reason to miss it. You can catch us on all major podcast platforms. Shoot us a recommendation, an Apple review. It definitely goes a long way. Spotify as well. And support our sponsors, man. DraftKings.com. Use code KFTV for bet $5 and win up to $150 in bonus bets. SeatGeek, when you guys are going to get your tickets, go to SeatGeek.com. Use our code KFTV10 for 10% off your order. And Skims. Shout out to our guys at Skims, man. Cop. Check out the Skims menswear collection. And if you make a purchase, just let them know that KFTV sent you, man. All right? So let me make sure.
Hold on one second.
Yeah, go ahead,
Hold
man.
on 1 second. Also want to give a shout out to happy birthday yesterday, because now we're in the 5th.
Yeah.
Shout out to Elite, man. Happy birthday to Elite. Yesterday was his birthday.
Oh, we missed Elite's birthday?
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. Like Elite. KFTV Elite.
That's correct.
Oh, man, bro. I didn't know we missed his birthday, man. Yo, happy born day to our guy, Elite, man. Shout out to him. He's the president of the Mitchell Robinson fan club. Shout out to him, man. That's our guy. KFTV family, man. And shout out to him. Happy birthday once more. Happy born day to our guy Elite, man. I didn't know. I didn't realize it was his birthday, man.
Yo, I just logged out to Twitter. I see he was retweeted saying thank you. I was like, wait a minute. It's your birthday?
Man, bro.
Come on,
yeah, because he doesn't call in. So I'll wait for him to text me tomorrow, man, and you know, I'll know that he was listening tonight. But happy birthday to Elite for sure. Shout out to Donald Smith, $10 super chat. Says Chicago's a good spot for a road game. I flew out in October 2021. We won by 1 with RJ and Randall. The Hyatts by the airport are an hour away from the United Center. There you go. All right, so he's giving you out a game plan, man. What to do when you hit the Chi. You know, maybe go get some steaks. Chi-Town's got good food, man. I rock with the Chi heavy, man. Back in my business days, I used to go out there. You know, you got the bean and all of that. I wasn't into the deep dish like that. You know, Chi-Town. I wasn't into that like that. Giordano's. You know, you go there just to, like, you know, check that box. But it wasn't like I was hyped to go there. It was more so the other food, the steak, seafood, things of that nature. I was into that. Soul food. You know, you get that from Chi-Town.
Those are all facts. I remember going out there. I had to go to Giordano's. And I was like, all right, what's the hype about deep dish, man? I asked the waiter. I was like, yo, should I get a personal or should I get a small, man? And they're like, oh, the personal isn't that much bigger. It's like it's going from like this to like this. And I was like, all right, so let me get the personal. I regretted getting man. That first of all, it is a casserole. All right,
it's too filling, man. It's too filling, man.
It's a casserole. Let's call it what it is. Yeah. Okay, that is not pizza. It is a casserole. Yeah. All right.
Fighting noob, salute to you, man. What do you guys think, man? Are we just, you know, New York pizza snobs here, or is Chi-Town pizza worth it? Maybe we just looking at the commercial spots and not at the, you know, off the beaten path spots. Let us know where we need to go. Chuck says Harold's. Yes, Harold's, absolute classic, staple. Definitely. Yeah, Chi-Town's got spots, man. But you got to go in the summertime now because it gets cold by like August. So, yeah.
So wait. Yeah, don't go in August. I went in August. It is way too humid in August. You got to go in June, July.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. Nah, I went in like October and it was brick city, man. You know, you get the wind whipping off the river and all of that. It's nippy, man. Gets nippy.
Do you know how gross it was eating deep dish and then going outside and 80-degree weather with like 85% humidity?
Yeah,
that was like the nastiest feeling.
Yeah, out of there, man. Anyway, man. All right, man. We just went off the rails real quick. That was rapid fire off the rails, Al. You know what I'm saying? Just a rapid one on Saturday night. Rest up, my dude. We catch up on Monday. Everybody else, enjoy the rest of the weekend. Catch up with y'all on Monday. Hey, man, we'll bounce back. Still in good shape, man. Let's go, Knicks. We out of here. Peace.